Welcome back, y'all. So, today, day number 10, it's going to be our volume-based chest, tris, and calves day. So, as of this morning, we're up to 1,039 subs. That's actually pretty cool. I've been averaging like 8 to 9 new subs per day. And we're just slowly kind of creeping up there. But if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button yet, help me out. It costs nothing. But with that, we're going to start off with cable pullovers, but we're going to do them a little different than the standing pullover variation we did last week. We're going to go ahead and hit them as a lane variation today. It's going to put a lot more load inside of the stretch position and be able to drive a lot more force into the lats because we're going to be braced and not just able to like kind of free swing our weight into it. So let's get into these things. 5 sets, 15 reps. Same weight as last week, standing, 40 pounds. So let's see how these things feel. Now I will say, yesterday we had a rough leg day. We got through it all, but man, the fatigue was crazy. So I enjoy doing these pullovers on chest days because the lats are a big secondary to a big bench press. But also when I do these pullovers, I get some lower pec activation from about here to here where I'm really locking out. I can get a lot of squeeze into the pec as the lats are kind of leaving their engagement. So for me, it's just a really good movement to warm up with, and I really enjoy it. Got a nice pump in the lat, got a good warm-up amount of blood into the chest. So now we're going to go ahead and go into cable flies. Today we're going to bring the cables down one extra notch than normal, just to hit them at a slightly different position versus that real high like down here. We're going to hit it a little more as a neutral style cable fly today. It's going to make it a little harder. A lot more stretch on the chest. So, 30 pounds on the stacks. Let's try to get these things knocked out. 5 sets, 15 reps here. Nice slow, solid contractions, nice and controlled. No swinging or nothing to get them going. So, real happy with that form right there. But, can definitely, I don't quite feel fatigued, but I can tell my output feels diminished today. Why? Don't know. Just the way I'm currently feeling. But it is what it is. We're going to work with it and keep it going. So I think that's one of the things that kind of stops a lot of people in their progress is you're going to feel probably less productive and have worse workouts more often than you're going to have good workouts. As for just the way you feel about doing it, like energized, just pumped, in the zone, locked in, right? That's the way we want to feel all the time. But sometimes there's factors in life that just stop that feeling. And that's where you're going to start separating those who really want to achieve a goal versus those who just kind of say they want to achieve a goal, right? You know what I mean? So, those who are locked in know that they can still show up, put everything they have into that workout, even if their numbers are down that day, and it's still going to be effective. Like, I felt down yesterday, still put everything of what I could do into my leg day. My legs are sore today. So I know I put enough work in because they're beat down. They were tender as fuck this morning when I got up. That I can assure you. So, with that, it's kind of how many times are you going to let yourself skip out on putting your effort in just because you don't feel like you're able to put the effort in, if that makes sense. So, because just because your body feels like it may not be able to put the effort in doesn't mean you can't. And that is where I think a lot of people lose out on their progress. So, because I would like to say, half the time you're going to feel good and half the time you're not going to feel good, but really it's going to be like 2 or 3 times you're going to feel good and locked in. Then 3 or 4, you're going to be like, you know what, I just feel okay about today. And then you're going to have 3 or 4 to where you just don't have that locked in any effort at all. And so you're really ended up with a 7-10 split there. And that is what I think really makes the difference. Now that we're done with cable flies, we're going to move into dumbbell incline presses. We're going to start with the 40s for 12 reps, then 55s for 12 reps, and then we'll go up to the 70s and try to hit those for 3 sets of 12. I'm pretty sure last week only hit it for 2 sets of 12. So our goal today is to try to increase and get up to that 3rd set. So let's see what we can get done today. sure. So, with that, now we're going to move into triceps. We're going to go ahead and hit single arm tricep extensions first. 5 sets of 20 per arm. So we're just going to try to bounce back and forth for the first 2, maybe 3. Then take a quick little rest. Then knock out the rest of them. Next up, it's going to be overhead tricep extension. And I'm going to go ahead and superset that with our calf raises today. That way I can just kind of speed up this last part of the workout. Can kind of feel the pump starting to disappear. That fatigue is really setting in. So I want to try to get this knocked out before I just kind of tank out. So let's get locked in, get these knocked out. 5 sets of 20 on both of these. So let's get them done. Well, there you go. Alrighty, y'all. That's going to be it for today. Just 3 sets instead of 5. Triceps pumped up, but I could feel that like just exhaustion and the pump fading away. Along with the calves, that last set, got nothing extra out of it. So, it's just reading the body and it's saying, you know, we've already reached fatigue. The pump's starting to go away. So, we burned through what we could. But overall, successful chest and tricep day. So I'm happy with that. But now I gotta go get my walk done. So with that, guys, make sure you're out there working towards your goals, getting your stuff done, and most of all, just don't be a lazy fuck.